and his team. I have informed my good brother here that he has broken 2 records in one go. He has broken the record of being the first president of Spain in our close to 60 years of diplomatic relations to visit Kenya. And secondly, he has also broken the record of being the first president to visit Kenya when I am president of Kenya. He's my birth visitor as head of state. Welcome, Your Excellency. Your visit confirms that there is scope of relationship between our 2 countries. We have agreed on a couple of issues that should be instrumental in developing a permanent dialogue between our countries, building on the common principles of shared values. Your Excellency, you have conveyed your priority for Spain's foreign policy, and we have agreed to develop a broad bilateral agenda fostering political, economic, and cultural cooperation. Consequently, 3 memoranda of understanding in the areas of trade, health, and education have been signed by representatives of our 2 countries. Kenya welcomes, Your Excellency, the interests of Spanish companies in various sectors, including tourism, agriculture, infrastructure, water management, and renewable energy. And I commit to strengthen our economic and investment relations between our 2 countries and appreciate that bilateral flows have shown a very positive growth, especially over the last decade. However, I must add that there is tremendous room for us to grow our trade and investment opportunities. The renewal of the current financial protocol, Your Excellency, to be addressed by the 2 countries will add new funds to the kitty and facilitate the implementation of Kenya's priority projects by Spanish companies. And I have clearly stated, Your Excellency, that Kenya is open for business. We have created a bigger private-public sector engagement enterprise that will work between the public sector in Kenya, the private sector in Kenya, and also your private sector to leverage on opportunities that can help our 2 countries grow. We have tremendous opportunity in the areas of the blue economy, where we know Spain has a lot of experience. We will open those opportunities for our private sector, your private sector, and the public sector is going to play a facilitative role in ensuring that we tap into these opportunities for both economic development, creation of jobs, and adding value to the enormous resources that we have in our oceans and in our rivers. Your Excellency, let me also agree with you that added on to these opportunities, especially between our 2 countries, there is also huge opportunity in the East African community, and your policy, Your Excellency, of working with Africa is a welcome development. I want to commit that Kenya is going to be a dependable ally for Spain, in especially the endeavor to reach out to our continent. Kenya will be the gateway, and we will work together so that Spain can find its way into our continent, and we can grow those relations on the basis of mutual respect and ensuring that we leverage the economic opportunities that come to our market. I want to let you know, Your Excellency, that as a region, especially the East African Community region, we are all systems go in ensuring that we build this region both as a common market and also progressing towards a federation. We are looking forward to learning experiences from Spain and the European Union. You have walked this journey ahead of us, and we will look forward to learning from you how to consolidate our market and how to take it to the level of a federation. Because we are very strong believers that the future is that of cooperation, working together, and building a common market, not just as the East Africa community, but also as the continent of Africa, using the infrastructure of Africa Continental Free Trade Area, that Kenya is a signatory. And again, Spain can leverage on the advantage you get out of Kenya being the champion, not just for the East Africa community, but the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Your Excellency, let me also undertake that Kenya will continue to be a responsible player in the global stage. Spain and Kenya hold the same position on matters to do with Ukraine, and we believe that the internationally recognized instruments that calls for the respect of boundaries of countries is the bare minimum that any nation should live by. And it is our position as Kenya and as East Africa that the issues around Ukraine should be resolved in the earliest time possible, because in the midst of the COVID pandemic and the climate change serious challenges we have, the least we need is a war in between. So I think that is our collective position, and I'm happy that we share this with our good friends in Spain. Your Excellency, I commend you for inviting Kenya to the alliance. Decertification that, and I have committed that Kenya will join the alliance. We have already undertaken as we are going to plant 5 billion trees in the next, and another 10 billion trees in the next 10 years. That is going to contribute significantly to the fight against desertification and the challenges that come with climate change. Your Excellency, again, you can count on my support and that of my government in ensuring that we take a common position when we go to Sharm el-Sheikh later next month, so that we can, in a robust manner, in an honest conversation, be able to have a discussion on the effects of climate change, especially those of drought, those of famine, the loss of wildlife, the loss of livestock, and the threat to human life that is being caused by the ravages of climate change, and have a candid discussion on the matter of loss and damage, and how we can work with multilateral organizations to provide financing for resilience, climate change financing, for mitigation, for adaptation, and for the after effects. Your Excellency, let me conclude by saying that the invitation you have extended to me to come to Spain, I will, in an affirmative way, respond to that invitation, and maybe sometimes next year. Ahead of my coming, we have agreed that at the ministerial level, we will have an engagement in Spain, and my Minister for Foreign Affairs will come with our business fraternity so that we can have a business engagement between the private sector in Kenya, the private sector in Spain, and be able to work on a common ground of how we can leverage on this good relationship to build the economies of our countries for the mutual benefit of our two countries. Your Excellency, again, on behalf of the people of Kenya and the government of Kenya, I welcome you and your delegation to our country. I know you still have to pay a visit to the UN and to Kirdi. You will see quite a bit of what Kenya is made of in your few hours that you have in our country. Again, let me thank you most profusely for being the first president to visit me, and look forward to working with you into the future. Thank you very much, and welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President, President Ruto. I'm honored to be the first ever Spanish Prime Minister to visit Kenya. Of course, we're looking forward to have your visit in Spain soon next year. And of course, we're looking forward to strengthening our bilateral cooperation on many fields, trade, investments, and of course, all these common challenges that you mentioned before regarding especially climate change. Together, I think that we can work before the COP27 that we will have in Egypt later November. Allow me, Mr. President, to say a few words in Spanish. I know that there are some schools that are interested also to have their students learning Spanish, but I think that I need to learn also a bit of Swahili. Yeah. I will do it. But Kenya is a country, es un país prioritario de la política española hacia el África subsahariana. Lo hemos hecho con el plan que aprobamos en 2019, el tercer plan África, la estrategia Horizonte África 2020, Foco África 2023. En fin, la relevancia que tiene Kenia para España está justificada por su enorme potencial económico, también por el liderazgo político fundamental en África y en la región, que evidentemente garantiza la estabilidad en una extensa región del Cuerno de África y del África Oriental. Kenia, además, es una de las democracias más estables y sólidas de la región. I congratulate for the elections results, and I wish you, of course, Mr. President, all the best in your tenure. La ausencia de conflictos armados internos, la situación geográfica, han permitido consolidar a este país como centro político, económico y logístico del este de África y también la mayor economía del África Oriental. He trasladado al presidente Ruto el deseo de España de profundizar nuestro marco de relaciones bilaterales. Existe, creo que, un gran potencial, como ha dicho el presidente Ruto, para desarrollar una estrecha relación entre ambos países. De hecho, hemos adoptado una declaración conjunta que establece las bases para dar un nuevo impulso a esa relación bilateral entre ambos países. En el terreno económico, yo creo que es especialmente propicio esta relación bilateral. Hay muchas empresas españolas, líderes mundiales en sus respectivos sectores, que ven a Kenia como un país de oportunidades, un país en el que prosperar. Así me lo han hecho saber esta misma mañana en un encuentro que he tenido con la delegación de empresarios y empresarias en Kenia y, por tanto, el compromiso del Gobierno de España es ayudar a nuestras empresas, reforzar las relaciones de inversión y de comercio entre Kenia y España. Creo que los flujos bilaterales comerciales han mostrado una tendencia de crecimiento muy positiva y tenemos que hacer lo propio con las inversiones. Y para ello considero crucial, como ha dicho el presidente Ruto, la renovación del actual protocolo financiero que vamos a abordar ambos países y que va a añadir nuevos fondos a los remanentes existentes, que va a permitir también modernizar nuestros instrumentos de financiación ya existentes. Y con ello, pues lo que vamos a hacer es facilitar la relación de los proyectos de interés prioritario en Kenia a cargo de las empresas españolas. Kenia es además un país comprometido con los procesos de integración regional, particularmente en la Comunidad de Estados de África Oriental, y en ese sentido creo que va a ser muy importante el intercambio de experiencias que podamos tener en relación con cómo impulsar los procesos de integración regional, sobre todo en lo que se refiere, como ha dicho el presidente Ruto, al impulso y a la consolidación de un mercado único. Algunos desafíos que compartimos, sin duda alguna, están vinculados con el cambio climático. Aprovecho de verdad el que el presidente Ruto y, por tanto, Kenia se una a Senegal y a España en la construcción de esta alianza internacional para hacer a nuestras sociedades resilientes ante la desertificación provocada por el cambio climático y las sequías que está sufriendo la península ibérica y también Kenia. Creo que podemos hacer mucho conjuntamente. Y efectivamente, como bien ha dicho el presidente Ruto, pues voy a tener la ocasión a lo largo del día de hoy de poder visitar las oficinas de Naciones Unidas en Nairobi, que acoge sedes muy importantes para nuestro orden multilateral, como es el Programa de Naciones Unidas para el Medio Ambiente, el Programa de Naciones Unidas para los Asentamientos Humanos, cuyas directoras tendré ocasión de poder reunirme a lo largo de esta tarde. También voy a visitar el Instituto para la Investigación Industrial para el Desarrollo de Kenia. Creo que many areas where we can work together and strengthening our national soccer teams, which is fine. We love that, but I think that Spain is also a potential ally on many fields, areas that we can work together with Senegal in order to face the common challenges that our societies are suffering. So many thanks. I'm very honored to be one of the first international leaders visiting you as President of Senegal. I'm really looking forward to working. Kenya. Of Kenya. I'm really looking forward to working together with you and with your ministers. With me, places that are already and they are eager to increase their presence in Kenya. So I think now in the lunch that we will have the opportunity to speak with them, and thank you very much for your hospitality.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.